G'day guys, it's Curly from Curly's Quad Shed Down Under. How you going today? Getting close to Christmas. I think it's Sunday today. It's about 3 days away from Christmas. So I thought I'd just do a little video today. I just wanted to keep going some content, something for you to watch. Now, I have been in the shed sort of trying to mount up these, the Mizunos to the Unobtainiums. But I don't want to rush them. So I did the other day and it's just got a bit sort of crazy with the video. But what I decided to do today, I might just do a breakdown of the Unobtainium plate. Now, as I've said many times, these are the only ones in the world of these Unobtainium plates. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a breakdown for you, what I think of them, an honest review. I haven't really skated them a lot, but just from my first initial thoughts about these plates, what could be improved, what is good about them, and hopefully that LXT might in the future see this. I'll send it to them, and maybe they'll take note and they'll start producing these and take some of the recommendations into the production of them and how to get these out in the market. Because like I said, overall, I think I'd give them probably an 8 out of 10. But there are some things I don't like, but there's a lot of things I do like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera down, get the full view so you can see me doing a breakdown of the plate. And we'll go from there. Like I said, at the moment, no, you can't buy them. No, they are not available. No, I don't know how much they would be. No, I don't know if or when they are going to be available. But anyway, let's turn the camera down onto the surface and we can do a little bit of a breakdown of the plates. All right, back to set. Okay, guys, the first thing about these plates that you might notice, what I'll do is I'll compare them to the Zap plates. That's the Zap plate. Now, the Zap plate was very much based on the old Bow and Speed. So you can see there, it's pretty much identical in shape, design to the Bow and Speed. And they have gone away from that to a certain extent. I mean, there's only a certain, there's only a certain amount of stuff you could do to design a plate that's still going to be functional and do all the things you want it to do. So that's the old Zap plate. Now, these are a 165, so they're in a comparable size to these, which are a 167. So there's only 2 millimeters difference between them. So you can see the actual lengths. Basically pretty much the same anyway. So these are probably closer to a 1.6. Actually, we'll measure it. So I'll put this to the side. Now, these state they're a 1.67. So I will measure center to center of the plate, of the axles, center to center. They are, dead on one. They're probably about 1.6, 8.5. You go to the other side. So I'm going from the center to the center. Look, we're just going to call them 167 because there's a bit of, when you push the cushions down, they're sent up. But basically they're a 167. So as stated on the plate, they do say a 167. So we're going to keep them as a 167. Now, the first thing you'll notice probably about the actual plate itself is the one thing that I don't like is that it doesn't have the overhang. See how the Zap plates had the little bit of overhang at the back? Well, these don't. These don't have an overhang. Saying that, they do have a bigger, where the truck finishes, or where the pivot pin goes in and where the pivot pin goes in, the boss on the actual, where the pivot pin goes is a lot bigger. So it's sort of an overhang to a certain extent from where the pivot pin enters, but I still would like to have had that, seen that extended out a little bit more. This extended, especially when you do a forward mount, just keeps your boot from drooping over the back of the plate. Conversely, on the front, you'll see that where the front is, where the stopper, where the pivot pin goes in, they're very small, but here it's quite a little bit bigger. So therefore, because that's such a big boss as well, you can't quite go as forward as you probably would normally go if you went with these ones. So that's one design for. I would try reduce the size of, that seems a bit chunky to me. I would reduce the size of the boss, for want of a better word, where the area where the pivot pin inserts. I would reduce that down similar to the size of that. I don't think you need such a big, chunky boss. These are a chunky plate. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the weights of both of these. Now, this is the original Zap plate. I'll just take off the washers that are on there so it's comparable. So everything's the same on there. They'll have the E-clips on there. So these are, let's just tear this. So at the moment, we have 0 and a 165, 9.1 grams. I can't provide. Oh, have to take off the plate. Always forget to take that plastic thing off. I thought, holy shit, they're light. All right, so let's go again. So that's zeroed, and we're going to go there. 365.8. So 365.8 for the Zap, and for the Unobtainium, we have 412.6. So 412.6. So yes, they are heavier, which I expected, because you can see, let's put this to the side of it. You can actually see, if you go look at the thickness of the plates, the actual thickness of the base plate itself, you can see there is a big difference there. It's probably about, I think the Zap was about roughly 3 mil thick, and these are actually they're 3 mil thick. It just seems like they're, I think in parts, you can see in parts. Now this is part of the injection molding part. Part of the problem with the Zap plates, well, there was some inconsistencies with the injection molding and such, but these were injection molded, die-cast injection molded, where as opposed to the Unobtainiums, they are CNC. So basically they're machined CNC or VNC machined. So pretty much they are fairly consistent all around in their thickness. So that's the good thing about them. Being an old molder, I actually like castings, but so these were pressure die-cast injection molding, and these were basically from a single block of aluminium, 6061, I think, aluminium. So they were CNC'd from one big piece, which is good. It keeps it consistent. It's all run by computer, so everything should be consistent. Where the injection molding had some issues. So apparently it was a different company as well. So first off the bat, they are chunkier, they are heavier than the old Zap. I think if they reduce down the size of the bosses for the pivot pin, that would reduce a lot of weight, and maybe even shave maybe a millimetre or half a mil off the base itself, because what we have here is this big, nice, big chunky ribbing down the middle, which gives a lot of strength. Saying that, I'm not a weight weenie, so it doesn't really worry me too much about that. So overall, like I said, I love the plate, but as for some of the limitations, I would put an extension on the back and just reduce down the size of the pivot pin, so we can have a smaller pivot pin boss at the front and also at the rear. You don't really need all that big chunky metal and so forth. Conversely, same around the actual kingpin. It's quite chunky around there. Overall, I would probably reduce everything down a little bit size-wise. They've obviously gone for, this is, like I said, this is probably one of the first prototypes, the only prototype. So it was a work in progress, and there might have been refinements in the works, but obviously Rahul passed away before he could refine those or even talk to me about it. I didn't even get a chance to really talk to him about it because he got sick and passed away. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Rahul. Now, going to the positives on it, you can see that the clip axles on the Zap plates were always a bit of an issue. They still worked fine. Like I said, I never had one fail. They all worked fine to me. Yes, they were a bit, I wouldn't say dodgy. They were a bit inconsistent and they were a bit stiff sometimes, but they always worked for me and I never had a failure. So, okay, I'm not knocking them. I still skate on the Zap plates and I love them. They are a great plate. They were built to a price, and that's just the way it is. They were built to a price. Yeah, they were built to $170, $150 Australian. You're not going to get a Bowen or similar or a Bont for that sort of price. Now, the clip axles on these, they are very much a Bowen clip axle. They are very much identical, and they work absolutely beautifully. They feel 1,000% better than the clip axles on the actual Zap plates. Now, so that's a positive. They're beautiful plates, beautiful. The clip axles are fantastic. They're a little bit short, but I have no problems. All my wheels fit. Probably just and Rahul did acknowledge that he thought that the axles were a little bit short and that he would probably lengthen the axles or just maybe shorten the boss here a little bit just to give a bit more length. Thing. The one good thing I do like, well, I like it, but I also don't like it. With the lock nuts, with the little rub screw locking pin, instead of being an Allen key head, like they are on here, Allen key head, these now are a torque screw head. So they're a 220. So, which is good because they are more positive. They actually feel a lot more positive. One thing I had to like about Allen keys always tend to slip. I don't know why, to just do. So they undo as a T20 torque wrench, torque screw, torque thing, torque screwdriver, torque whatever we call them. So a 20, so we just loosen those off as usual. The 17 mil, still a 17 mil. I'm just going to get me 17 mil spanner out. So they are a 17 mil. Where's my Bowen one? I do have a Bowen somewhere. I've got no one missing. It's probably in my tray. There it is. Yes. So there's my old Bowen skate thing. So yes, they are a 17 mil as standard. It's pretty much standard. So they do come off quite nicely. So they are the same. But once again, I like the grub screws, just it might be hard to source them, obviously, but they are quite nice. All right, so we have a separate locking nut, as in we have our washer and we have our cushions. Now, the one thing I wish they hadn't have gone, they've gone a thicker kingpin. It's a lot thicker kingpin than what's the standard kingpin. That was the standard kingpin that was on the LXT Zap, which is pretty much similar to what a Bowen is, or even the Bowen. They're all the same size kingpin. I don't have my what do they call them? Measuring device. Shit. Calipers. I don't have my calipers with me at the moment, but you can see definitely there is a difference there between the thickness of the kingpin. There's a definite difference on the kingpin thickness. So I wish they had gone with just the same cushions, because that would have made them interchangeable. These cushions, even though they're big and chunky, once again, added weight for the weight weenies. And they're also shaped and molded. I would have liked to have seen that they would have gone just with the standard cushion. Same size cushions that with the original Zaps. And they are also, those cushions are interchangeable with the Bonts, and conversely, probably with Bowens, and probably even with Paco V-Skaters new plates. It'd be good to just have one standard size cushion across the range so we can swap between things. But for some reason, they've gone, they're quite soft. They're probably around about an 80A. I haven't measured them, but they are about an 80A. And also the top and bottom washer are also different. You can see the different sizes there. So that's probably a thing I don't like. The fact that they didn't go with standard sizing, that would have been nice. But I suppose he just wanted to try something different, to be different, to have a bit of design, get away from the Bowen look. But I would have liked to have seen just standard. Now the cushions sit on beautifully. So maybe one day I might make up my own molds, and maybe even see if I can get Scott Corey to him using urethane. Somebody use urethane. I'll send him up the molds for these. But like I said, there's no real market for these at the moment, unless they match something else in the world. I don't know. They might match some other one in the world. I don't know exactly. So that's one of the things that's one of the downsides. So as for how they skate, well, I haven't really had a good go on them yet. I've only really skated in my studio here. But once I get them mounted up, I will have a lot better go on these. So that's a little bit of a quick breakdown with it. I just wanted to put some content out there. I'm just going to turn the camera back up to finish this off, and we'll finish up this. Okay, so we're back up to the up position. All right. Hey guys, okay, we're back to the up position. This probably went on a lot longer than I thought it would. As usual, I waffle on about a lot of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Like I said, I didn't really go 100% in depth. I suppose I could get and weigh every component, but there's no point. If they ever put this on the market, if it ever comes out on the market, then I will do a complete breakdown and the ins and outs of it all. But that could also might change. So I'm actually just going to send it. I'm going to send it to LXT. So LXT India. in memory of Rahul, if nothing else, this is the last plate that Rahul has got his name on. Last quad plate that Rahul put his name on. Please bring these to market. People are going to buy them because they are such a much better finished product than what was the Zap. If you take into mind what I said about some of the things, if you want to contact me, ask me what I think about what needs to be changed. I'm not 100% expert on everything, and I'm sure a lot of you guys here will have some input as well. So give me input, please. Please give me input. I'm not 100% expert by any means. There's people out there like Jeff Heebie-Jeebie, who made his own plates. Scott Corey, who makes his own plates, made his own plates. There's people out there, Joe G Hubs, who makes his own hubs. Much better engineers, people like that. But give me some feedback, give me some advice. What do you reckon about this? Ways to lighten it, ways to make this plate better. Like I said, I can't send it to you. This will never be lent to anyone. It's to probably never be sold because these are the only ones in the world. So, but they are a beautiful plate. They are, like I said, they're a bit chunky and heavy, but I'm not a weight winner, so I don't really care. But if you have any thoughts, have any questions, have any input, please ask me. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to make some content because I wanted something to edit while I'm on holidays. But I'm going to get this out to you guys hopefully as soon as possible. And everyone, once again, have a fantastic Christmas. Have a great New Year. I'll see you in the new year with some content. Hopefully I get these finished mounting up and then get them out for a skate. They're looking pretty good so far. I rushed it the other day, so I've got a few other ideas of ways to improve to mount plates. As you know, as I said, I'm not 100% expert on any of this stuff. A lot of my stuff is trial and error and bullshit. But one thing is that I'm not going to bullshit you. If I make a mistake, I will tell you. If I find something good, I will tell you. I'm not going to say here I'm the greatest skate builder in the world. I'm just a backyard guy, just like you guys. And we don't have to go crazy and stupid. Like I said, as I've said so many times, they aren't space shuttles, they're roller skates. The main thing is to enjoy them, a joy. So if I can help you with mounting and so forth, please ask. If I can help you by you watching me make mistakes and everything, all good. I don't have any tickets on myself as to my ability as a skate builder. Obviously, I'm pretty good, but I'm not as good as what some people say they are. But yeah, I waffled on again as usual. Anyway, guys, like I said, have a great Christmas, have a great New Year. Thanks for watching. Thanks, and we got on Facebook, we've got over 500 subscribers on Curly's Quad Shed Down Under on Facebook, and I think I'm up to 744 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So if we can get to 750 and 500, I'll be good. So we've got the 500 going on Facebook, and see if we can get to 750 on YouTube. All right, guys, take it easy. Love you all. Thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you later in the new year, 2025. See you guys. Bye. They are nice.